Hello and welcome to Age of Wonders 3. Decided to come back to this since it's been a little while since I played. Go with a random match here. Height is okay, map size. Let's go with a larger map here. A full set of 8 just to make it interesting. Continents. Battle, Empire, Adventure. Let's go with normal just for a nice mix here. I imagine more people have heard of this recently. If you're wondering, but for a recap for those who are unfamiliar, this is a strategy empire building game, kind of like Civilization, but with a Tolkien fantasy world theme to it. Late night tea. Good. Continents. Continents might make it a bit annoying to have to go through here. Ally Victory is fine, although I don't think we're going to get any teams here. Seals. Unifier. Might spice things up, but I haven't been playing quite a while, so perhaps I should keep it simple. The game is turn-based, it's just that simultaneous turns here, like you see here, that allows you to, that specifically allows every players to take their turns at once, which is quite interesting. Let's see, what race haven't I played in a while? I actually don't think I've played the Orcs for a while. Theocrat is basically the priest class. Druids are what you expect. Sorcerers are always pretty good. You can summon some pretty good things there. Warlords just make your individual units that much better. I guess, surprise of absolutely no one, they're pretty good with warlords. That guy almost seems almost Sauron inspired. Probably, maybe. Let's go with Dreadnought. As one might expect, like in many Tolkien-esque inspired stories, orcs in this game are very physical-oriented. Their melee units are absurdly strong, but they're very weak at ranged. They, of course, live for the glory of combat. Dreadnoughts, they shore up weaknesses rather than enhancing that strength, because Dreadnoughts have a lot of steampunk gear that's gonna be fun. Orc Dreadnought, your rise to power begins. Sorcerer, ooh, that's a good one. Yeah, doesn't start with too many amazing skills, but starts with a rather good mount, actually. A very good mount. Seafaring might not be too bad if we're going to do this, but first, let's go with Steam Power. The ones with the buildings are Empire passives that affect everything. All the rest here are specifically spells. Killer Instinct, Flashbang, these are combat spells. Spoiler, Dreadnoughts do not get very many of those. They don't focus very much. They focus on using their magic for infrastructure and support. So their Empire passives is going to be the much bigger difference here. Automates the mining gold mines, producing great farms. Alright, so yeah, basically all my resources are going to be that much better with this. Melee units be good here. As I said, orcs are very physically oriented, so... Alright, let's grab some of these right away. Some spare source mana would be good. Very likely victory. We'll go with manual combat just to be safe. Orcs do have range units like razor bows, but not only are they not particularly good, but even in their culture, usually those who use range combats are those whose honor is really low. So, spearmen. Overload, stoning. humans actually have some pretty strong melee units too. As with most games, I guess it's just focus on that other one there. Yeah. You can counterattack, melee units can counterattack, but it also does come at a price. That price, there we are, is it eats their actions for the turn. There. Probably should have focused on one enemy unit rather than splitting the damage. Got some good money. That's good. And these guys actually have range attacks. Might be good to end the turn then, but first of all... Storehouse will make the city grow faster, so let's do that. Defeat all rival. All rival leaders must be slain, their throne seats are captured. In the first game, you could just assassinate the enemy leader and their faction immediately fails no matter what. In this game, though, the reason I was willing to be a bit more reckless with my leader is simply because... yeah, they can revive in this game as long as their capital city is back. They did introduce this in Age of Wonders 2, but unfortunately, that was a bit too easy. See, you could... in that game, you could revive as long as you had a throne. You could build a throne in as many cities as you wanted, basically, so you can revive as many times. As long as... so if you were given enough time to build up, it was actually rather absurd what you're capable of. Oh my, I should get rid of these guys immediately. Otherwise the bandit camp will start harassing my stuff, and I can't stand it. Cannot allow it. Since are moving. Those makeshift walls are not rough. I do not fear them. However, they can fire from them, just like from a fortified city, so I need to be careful. Sprint. Scoundrel. I actually might be able to get rid of the Tigran scam scoundrel, so let's give that a try. Still good damage, I'd say. Alright. Only the spearman has their guard up, but I don't think they can flank me from this angle. Not easily, that's for sure. Not enough MP left for any spells, but I can shoot the gun. Too much stuff in the way. Then shoot the remnants with the pistol. Oops. Yeah, I think I'm about to lose the Black Knight, which is a shame. Yeah, unfortunate. If they take out the leader, they'll be back in 3 days, so it's not a big deal. Wow, that was completely useless. Take that one out. Alright, here we are. Sprint. And leader leveled up. Excellent. Ooh, a halberder. One weapon, yeah, that's fine. I'll take the human halberder. Humans are supposed... The game claims that humans are the jack-of-all-trades race, but I find their melee units are significantly better than their ranged ones, so knights are absolutely something you want to be wary of if you're facing them. Imperial Authority. Let's make sure everyone's morale is good, just because that's going to make things easier. Also, it might be worth building another city in this general area. Some units offer to join. Yeah, there's a really good city location in here that I should seriously look into. Though it might also help if I clear out the mine over here as well. Tower, huh? With manual combat here, just to be safe. I usually only do auto combat once it's late game and my units are overpowered. Oh, nice. That one's almost dead. Finish him. And there we go. And let's see how this goes then. Hello, Infected Panda. Welcome to stream. Alright, we'll fire our gun. There we are. And excellent. Spearman will melee then. And there we are. Excellent. And we won without casualty, although it came pretty close. Oh dear. Ugh, I don't like that one bit. Tigran City is hostile outpost. Those are very annoying because they can teleport around, but they're also not strong either, so theoretically I think I'm safe. My only concern is this is going to start spawning stuff soon. I think it actually may be worth bringing both of these parties just to clear this area out, because holy crap are those absurdly strong. It's not that they're strong, it's just there's a lot of them, and they're also ranged magic. And they're undead, so they have a ton of HP. We'll end the turn here, just to let everyone regenerate a little. Ah, good, the storehouse is done. Let's get the Builder's Hall going up next, just because that's going to make construction more convenient. Ooh, new skill to research. Great Blacksmith. All production of metal is streamlined. Armored units are cheaper to produce. Not bad. Rugged Pioneers. Labor units like Settlers and Builders gain additional movement and mountaineering. Solid Engineering. Finds engineering process to make machines and armor tougher. Armored units and machines receive additional defense. Fashion. Producing Engineer. Engineers are a pretty good low-tier unit. You said, I should come out with an item that revives the party after team wipe, and the battles the time limit set to a month. Oh, lovely. That would have been nice while I was doing the Hinkyo stream, wouldn't it? Talk about too little too late, Lazongle. Oh well. Kinda want an engineer, especially since they have guns and stuff. Granted, in Orc Society, gunners and ranged units are generally considered dishonorable, since, you know, their whole thing is about melee combat. But I think with the machines, they'd make an exception, or rather, my Dreadnought leader here would make sure that they become an exception. Alright. Alright, let's get rid of this group here, because I do not want these. Luckily, there's no titans or anything that's especially powerful here, but chant of unlife. Each turn undead unit will come back from the dead under the caster's control as undead ghoul. Corpses of undead machines and elemental and incorporeal cannot be affected. Alright, so as long as I reduce my casualties, we don't have anything to worry about because their units cannot revive. They're all undead. And the defenders always get the first action. First. Shot him. There we are. Alright, we're gonna get everyone's defenses up here real quick. Might be able to do a little more there. Alright, because of how powerful the Orc melee units are, I actually think we're going to be in good shape here. And our Sorcerer has lightning bolts, which are always nice. Alright, we're going to have to be careful. The priests will probably, yeah, they're going to waste their heal undeads, so I think we're going to be in good shape. Revenant, let's see. Okay, that helps out a lot. Wonderful. Alright. We'll damage the caster a little here. Yeah. When your units have low morale, they have a chance of dealing less damage. But on the opposite side, if you keep their morale up, they will actually deal higher damage. Oh, wonderful. Oh crap, I did lose one of my units, didn't I? Ghoul, human hailburger. There we are, that's a dead. They're dead again. Flanking. Damn it. Well, that's one enemy down. But yeah, our allies are going to come back to life each turn, unless I end a turn on top of them, of course. There we go. Oh crap, our units are still coming back to life. Magic Fist. Oh shoot, this is getting really bad really quick. Pole arms are effective against flyers, so this is actually quite menacing. There we are. This is precisely what I was afraid of, unfortunately. Well, I need to get the heroes out, I guess. As long as the heroes survive, we're in good shape. Technically, even my leader is technically expendable because they revive after dying. The heroes who don't. Oh! But there's nothing here, so if I can go next turn... Oh, racial governance level up. As long as you keep your empire happy, your governance over the race goes up and you get a free upgrade. Let's see here. Melee units are additionally even stronger, or warhalls are cheaper. Let's go with cheaper warhalls. Excellent. Take reward. Jewel of Resistance to Faith. I probably should keep this because it's morale to... Oh, yeah. Alright, good. What matters is that unit that will no longer spawn... Bad news, it costs us pretty much our entire army, but the good news is we won't be getting anything harassing us for the foreseeable future. I can even go over here to heal a bit. Eat these melons. Excellent. We're gonna have to go back to our base here. The Tigrans, however you pronounce it, are not particularly friendly to us, so I guess we should probably focus on building some of our more units. Suppress nature. Cities do not get terrain penalties. The spell doesn't affect vassal cities, however. This is an act of evil if I do that. Domain of Earth. Stations all use now like... How long it's gonna take? I should probably just research invention. Ah, yeah. Looks like they already did spawn something. Or that's from another one I didn't see yet. Not a big deal either way. In fact, I could probably take them out just to make it easier on myself. Probable victory. I'm not gonna let the AI handle this because it's kind of a crapshoot to the RNG. Spirits return after 3 turns in battle, unless, of course, something is standing on them. Or, of course, they're all dead. And there we are. They're pretty easy, honestly. They're better off as scouts than combat units. Legendary. Some units offer to join. Not bad, actually. That's a tier 2 unit. Orc priests are not... Despite using magic to fight at a distance, priests in Orc society in this game are considered the givers of honor, so they're not considered dishonorable for fighting at a range. Let's see here. Siege workshop, public baths, additional happiness, blast furnace. Jays. War halls are cheaper now, so it might not be a bad idea. Shooting grounds. Yeah, Orc Razor Bows are their key range unit. As the name suggests, they inflict bleed, but I don't find bleed too great of a status effect in this game, because while damage over time is nice, I'd rather something that deals some direct damage. Let's get an Orc Engineer unit, and then work on the Siege Workshop, just so I can get production more. My hero offers to join. Theocrat. Show me your talents. Theocrats are the obligatory priest class, so basically they specialize in, of course, healing and support. Alright. I'll keep her here for the moment. Unspent upgrade points. Fast healing. Give out. Aura of resistance. High morale in the party is always a nice thing to have, so... There. Firm army movement. Oh yeah, I should probably take over the Tigran City. In previous Age of Wonder games, your alignment was simply based on whatever race you were. Here, it's now based on your actions. Declaring war, conquering peaceful places and stuff makes you move towards evil, while making peace, negotiating, and being friendly with independent cities makes you good. And of course, there are benefits to both. As well as they also made an effort to make neutral a bit more useful, so there's also some things that in this game, so there's also some skills and stuff that benefit neutral players. Might as well get a flashbang just because that's a nice support. A leader has leveled up. Oh, wonderful. Line 4 J-Prints. Protect the hero's army from fire. Sounds good to me. Gives you a proposal. Open borders and peace treaty. I could do that. Or I could simply fight. It's definitely a lot more convenient to just fight directly to take these cities because, first of all, these are just 2 tier 1 units, and I've got a handful of... I've got 2 heroes, tier 2 and 2 of my own tier 1s. Yeah, if you want to negotiate, it usually takes a significant number of turns, though, so you have to really be prepared for the long game if you want negotiation. Still, though, it is nice. Here. You can also migrate a city from one race to another if you feel you'd rather just have a single race available, but I like having some variety. Yeah, these use their jump attacking it. They already pretty goofy, honestly. There. And there we go. The city is ours. That said, conquering it is entirely free. If you want to absorb into your empire, it takes a bit longer. It'll be faster to migrate to orcs, but I kinda... whooshing. Indeed. Yeah, migrating it to a more friendly race is usually a lot faster. It will piss off the race that you're kicking out of the city, though. Of course, I do kind of like having variety in my army, or if you want a city but you don't... Of course, you can also release as a vassal. It'll be run by NPCs, but you won't have to run anything yourself. It'll just give you a portion of its it'll just give you its resources without you having to manage it. Which is quite nice, but I'm going to select to absorb. I can't go too far from the city while this is happening, for the record. Wyvern. Very likely victory. Good. Well, yeah. Once I get to the later Dreadnought stuff, the Musketeers and Engineers are nice. The Musketeers will fall off after a bit because the upper tier stuff is things like cannons, flamethrowers, and stuff like that. And since they're machines, they don't have to worry about morale or anything at all. Quite nice, honestly. Stoning. I think the wyverns I'm worried about the most, so we'll damage that. And now let's keep our guard up. And the Orc Priest I'm gonna put up here. Guard up here. The Engineer. Blunderbuss. This is an AoE, so it can be quite nice as long as you're careful not to hit any of your allies. But most notably, they can reload anyone with a gun, and that includes the leader, not just the musketeers like it says. The big thing, however, is they can also heal machines pretty easily, which normally struggle being healed. Oh dear. Well, I guess it's good they went on a unit that I wasn't nearly as attached to. Excellent. And just shoot him. Pow. There you go. Here lies the spearman. Here lies the engineer. A little frustrating, not gonna lie. Good, the hero leveled up here. Let's go with a range attack. The more I level the heroes, the easier it's gonna be in the foreseeable future, I can tell you that much. Okay, good. Plus, once the city's range grows, it'll get mana from that regularly, so... Upgrade your hero. I want her to be a magic specialist, so it might be good to get range damage, or even higher sorcery so she can cast more spells. Although, sorcerers are usually pretty squishy, so it might not be a bad idea to, add some more bulk, but I guess I can do that later. For now, more sorcery is good. Use a siege workshop. Alright. Alright, we're gonna have one orc engineer, a spearman. Anything with a halberd or spear is good against mounted units, which is always nice. I guess I'll have a razor bow just for variety. No, I won't have a razor bow. Instead, I should probably focus on... Actually, before I do any of this, an arena to help with the infantry units. Because spearmen... Oh, they count as a regular. Then orc guard, spearman, engineer, swordsman. Flashbang has been researched. Okay, good. Repair fortification. Yeah, if you want to siege a city, you need to smash those fortifications, and by extension, you need to protect yours. The spell removes all buffs and debuffs. So all positive and negative chances. I chose a continents map, so some seafaring will be good eventually, but I might want more invention, just because that increases max casting points. Not much to do until... There we are. It's been absorbed in my empire, so they're now willing participants in my empire. So let's go with this here. Upgrade leader. Oh, wonderful. Lightning rod, guardian flame. Heals units, gives fire protection. Ooh. Excellent. Ooh, inflict immolation. All my attacks will now cause immolation, which debuffs the enemy like hell. But having a heal on demand option also feels nice. And of course, lightning rod will just give the entire army time to unburn, indeed. The thing about orcs is they don't really have too many strong magic units or range units in general, but they're devastating in melee. But with Dreadnought, like what I'm doing in here, with cannons and flamethrowers, I'm basically shoring up that weakness so that I'll have no such weakness. Ah, this must be where they came from. Alright, mana fuel cells. Spy drone. Alright, I forgot. I definitely want to get a drone out. Oh. I'll grab that treasure later. You meet Groshok. State your business and be quick about it. I haven't got all day. The ghost I'm not too worried about. It's the reanimator I'm a little more concerned, but let's see how bad this is going to be exactly. Do they have that revival? Whenever a unit dies, the unit killed is healed. I actually think we can win this one, actually. The reason we failed the last one is because of the temporary revivals. Temporary units, as you saw, only last the battle, and that includes things you summon mid-battle. You need to summon outside of combat if you want it to be permanent. Bullets. Just shoot them. Put these guys in front. Take the blow if necessary, because I need to make sure my heroes survive. Heal self. Touch of faith. Hero cats are really good at keeping morale up with stuff like Touch of Faith and other things that make people happy in their devotion. Whether that devotion is genuine or just a cult is intentionally left to interpretation. And if you're wondering why I put my hero on top of the corpse of the Lost Soul, it's because Undying. As you can see, they'll revive in a turn if I don't stand a unit on top of them. And there we are. Wonderful. I should probably put this on the ground here so that I can pick it up with my leader. And there we are. Ah, so that's where he is. As you can expect, most enemies will become hostile. Other empires oh crap. Unfortunate. Well, no matter, I'll just cast another spy drone. After each proper combos, we must have a grand feast, or a big one. Sounds good to me. Alright, looks like there's another bandit camp near here I'll want to be cleaning up. So first I'll clear these guys out with my leader and hero, because the stronger they get, the better. Probably shouldn't have attacked the High Elves, because they usually have high magic resistance. Oh, it's whatever. Oh, nice, we took out a whole unit. That means one less enemy to attack us. As you can guess, the elves in this game are good at ranged combat, but garbage at melee. Guns are interesting because, as you saw, green, yellow, and red affects how many times they can attack, but the guns and cannon fire, those deal the same no matter what range you are. So you can move your full movement range, and then still attack. Wonderful. Alright, we're definitely going to want to clean out this bandit camp, but next turn, next turn. Very likely victory. Sounds good to me. Let's crush them. I have more than enough mana, so I should probably not be conservative with it. You can only cast one spell per turn, regardless of how many of your heroes can cast spells, though, so do be wary of that. go this way then. And go with a magic fist. Stoning should be good here. Halfling Scoundrel. Halflings have pretty low defenses in general, but they do have the lucky ability, which means they can randomly just not take damage. It's about as goofy as it sounds. It's RNG though, so and we all know how reliable RNG is. Blinded. Oh, excellent. And there we go. More experience for our hero. High Elf Initiate. Take reward. Click chilling. Melee and range attacks. Alright, so yeah, attack. When it says attacks, that means melee and ranged. They'll specify if only melee or range are available. Okay, and thanks to the morale boost, everyone's happy to be working here. Alright, we'll have the drone go over here, see what else we can find. Virtually everyone has an early game scouting unit. Hero join offer, Night Owl, an Arch Druid. Show me your talents. High Elf. Vision range. Ooh. Alright, we'll make them a part of a team member here. A hero's leveled up. Oh, wonderful. What else can I get here? Stunning Touch. No. Charged Army is not too bad, but... Let's see here. Does it list spells? No, it doesn't. But I'm pretty sure oh, yeah. Yeah, Magic Fist is 10, so I can get her to cast it multiple times if I get yet another. Right. Alright. I'm gonna go with Sorcery 2 just so there's more magic to cast at Heroes Unspent Upgrade points. I guess I should make this person a melee specialist. Natural heal. Inflict bleeding wounds. You can act... Let's see here. Necromancers and Archdruids can absolutely load up enemies on ridiculous status effects if you want to build them that way. So I absolutely say it's worth it if you like that sort of thing. Melee strength. There we are. Longbow is not too bad, I suppose. Some units offer to join. I should probably use these to clear out these other areas nearby then. Let's do it. No mercy, because we need the experience. Manual combat time. And of course, you can't just let them flee, which does give you good points. And these do stack, by the way. It's not a one-time gig. Persuasive. Alright, let's see how the independents react. And while they're taking their turn, I'm gonna hydrate them. For the record, I actually do believe druids have a Feast of Sortability. And there we go. And that's another enemy down. Well, like I said, I didn't expect the razor bows to last very long at all. And there we go. Yeah, those flamers. The Draconian Flamers are nice in that they have AoE, but they aren't really going to be causing too much damage on their own. Excellent. And it's 6 turns until the city grows again, at which point it'll take that mine and become stronger. Ooh, a party of production resources. That makes one thing in your, allows you to build one thing in your town instantly, which is going to be quite nice, I think. More wins, woo. Indeed. Upgrade leader. Typically, each class has a skill that specializes in slaying units owned by another one, but sometimes it's not enough. Like, the Necromancers do get an anti-Theocrat skill, but Theocrats can make basically all their units have turn undead or otherwise do stuff that's, that undead don't like, so I wouldn't get your hopes too high about them. Get some extra health just so that my leader survives more easily. Alright, I can see where this is going. I can also see this is an ideal city location. I'll have to put another Orc city here at some point. Ooh, our invention has been researched. Repair fortifications, killer instinct. Basic seafaring is going to be nice since I'm going to have to start leaving the continent soon. Yeah, it's pure surface. We don't have any underground here, so... Let's get a laboratory going since that helps my research, and as we've seen, our research is falling behind a little. No mercy. Luckily, we didn't get an alignment hit from conquering the Tigran City simply because they were already at war with us. Sure, we rejected their offer for peace, but they declared war on us first. That probably shouldn't cover it, though. I mean, just because you're not the initial aggressor doesn't mean you weren't an aggressor. Magic Fist. Here. Magic Fist. Come at me, fellas. Let's see what you got. Oh yeah, with fire protection, my leader can do that very safely. Of course, I could also magic fist them. Excellent. And that's them gone. Initiate. As I said, elves are really good at range attacks, especially with magic. Basically everything has a lightning skill, so you can really cause some pain to the enemy. And there we go. Easy. And we got some raw cash out of the deal. Guess these guys aren't even bothering trying to run away now. Fortunately, early on, getting experience is really important. We can noxious. Lightning shock. And there we are. Oh, nice. She leveled up. Our hero's gonna be good at this. Orc Greatsword. Blank him. Oh, dang, they one-shot it. I wasn't kidding when I said orcs are really strong in melee. And there we are. Punch and punch, indeed. Upgrade your hero. Dragon Slayer, Fire Protection, Charge Army. Might do me some good to get her some more bulk, really. Range attacks are probably what she's going to be focusing on, so let's stick to that. An inn, of course. Like in most RPGs, you can hire adventurers at an inn to join you. So, but of course you have to make it under control. You have to get rid of the ones guarding it first. Are moving. Resisted. Thought there was an option to I thought there was an option to available to start at 3 times, but it's whatever, I guess. Just get rid of these guys, shall we? And shoot the razor bow with the gun. And they're immolated. Ah, nice. Yeah, status effects usually not only wreck your HP and abilities, but they also usually kill your morale. And... yeah. And there we go. That was easy. Let's see here. Elf Longbowman. That wouldn't be too bad since we are lacking a bit in... No, we need some more melee, actually. Elder, Support, Flamer. Yeah, these are all just ranged units. Not the most useful at the moment, I suppose. Dwarf Firstborn. Ooh. Those used to be the Dwarven Ultimate unit. They're only a tier 3 now, but with 4 being the highest, but... 4 being the highest produced, I mean, but yeah. Blood Pavilion. Performs a dark ritual to curse and hurt the enemy. Deals 14 damage with a chance to inflict bleeding wounds on a random enemy. This will make it really hard for people to attack my capital, but we don't have anyone too angry at us quite yet, so... Ah, there's a monster den over there I'm gonna have to deal with. Manual combat time. Human cavalry. As I said, humans are also pretty good in melee with melee mounted units, so don't underestimate them. Smite resisted. Resisted. How frustrating. Bleeding. Well, some damage is better than none, but I do want to focus them down as soon as I can. Yeah, archers are pretty helpless in melee, so... The cavalry finish them. How the hell did they... Yeah, darn. I guess that was... That worked a bit differently from what I expected. Stonewall will automatically raise the size of the area, so let's go with that. Yeah, now we can get some more money each turn. Let us open our borders and sign a peace treaty. There we are. It's a win, yeah. That said, it is a mildly concerning that the heroes... Oh, crap. Dread Spider Queen. See. If you surrender, your units just auto-die and it ends, but... Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's really frustrating, but it also means that's also really bad because I need to get back and protect my city first of all. Oh, it looks like they finished building that item in here. Siege workshops, it seems production is... Oh, actually, let's get a wooden wall up simply because we need to get the AoE better. Planetary alignment. All current research is completed. Oh dang, had I known that, I would have gone to a more difficult one. Well, no matter. We now, as you can see, our research is going through a lot more easily. Armored units and machines are now better. Perfect. Very likely victory. Alright, clear this out. Farms usually give you animal units as well, but the main reason to get them, of course, is because they increase population growth. Blinded. That's going to make things a bit easier. There we are. Show faith. Experience. Even support skills like Touch by Faith gives experience, so you definitely want that where possible. Yeah, Warcry boosting melee strength can do a lot of shenanigans. Instant kill. There we are. And there we are. A warg. Sure, we'll take the reward. Why not? Leader leveled up. Okay, good. Let's control squad. Ooh, I actually think this might be quite good. Animal Fey and Monster Slayer. Which is very good because that's what those spiders are, and we need to clear those spiders out as soon as we can. Excellent, that's grown to a village. And next turn they'll also get a wooden wall, which will get this farm into their domain. And that's good because that also... Oh, they'll also get the haste berries. That's also quite good. Manual combat. There we are. Fire musket and resisted. I'm probably going to take out the warg pretty easily since it's a weak generic animal monster, but it was sufficient in being distracting. Took that one out. Took that one out. And there we go. Probably going to finish off the great swords in here, which is unfortunate. Oh, wonderful, that was a critical. And there we are. Other two good melee units. Ooh, a human knight. Remember I said humans were awesome? Gonna see why in a minute. Goblin Marauder. Why not? Alright, now we're gonna have to go to the spider's den here. It's gonna take us a little while to get there, but I think we'll be in good shape. Upgrade hero. Units able float. Nice, but she already has a flying mount, so it's not gonna be quite as good as you'd hope. Chain lightning. Forms a bundle of unstable... Yeah, chain lightning is about as good as a spell as you'd expect it to be. I should definitely save up for some more spell casting on her end too. Observatory, that's going to be very good for more magic research. I should also probably get a Master's Guild just to make production more easy. Oh right, and I need another scout. Actually, you know what, let's get mana fuel cells here. And more mana fuel cells for both our cities. Excellent. Develop technology. There we are. If you like Magitech, that's basically what you use magic for as a Dreadnought. Has a quest available. Tell me more about this quest. Decline. I can't reach there with anything right now, so it's better to just decline the quest than try and... Oh yeah, it has to be specifically near a city. Let's see here. Siege Workshop will be good here, I think. Although I should definitely get a barracks going so I can start producing their units. Usually if there's a delay after I already select, that means other teams are making taking their turns. Alright, Alright, that giant spider's walking around here somewhere, so I need to take out this monster den before more spawn. Otherwise, it's just gonna get worse and worse. Nourishing meal. Since they're high alpha, should get blight protection because they usually have that weakness. Guardhouse, shooting grounds, Riders Hall, and then a couple Orc Black Knights. Excellent. Solid engineering researched. Structural insight. Irregular units have technician training, meaning that schools them in sabotaging any machinery. Sabotage is good because it can destroy both enemy machines as well as enemy, what's it called? As well as both enemy walls, which is quite nice. So a universal ability available is nice, but I should probably, focus on some more passives. Yeah, I definitely need to get rid of that monster den. But after that, the good news is my continent is completely researched here. I can start settling more cities around. We'd be honored to become a vassal. Alright, let's do that. Yeah, since the orcs like me so much, it's pretty easy to get them into my empires. To my empire. Oh my. Pirate's Nest, a treasure site. Pirates operate from this lost city. But a Wraith King is going to be a pain in the ass to fight, that's for sure. Racial governance up. Settlers are cheaper. I guess I need to produce more, so good idea, I guess. Sacred Arms, Strong Will. Healing Aura is going to be good to keep everyone healthy as well, so let's go with that first. Cure Disease. Faith would probably be pretty good too. Actually, maybe we should just get one more for hit points and that's it. Yeah, with that long, let's go with the stone wall then. Good, some more mana. Alright. Oh my, we were actually losing mana. Alright, here we go. Alright, I just need to manage my empire a little better, get my some more mana income in good shape. A human knight. Devastating charge, an Emerald Slayer. It's your baby spider. Alright, we'll just end turn then, and see what they've got for me. Ah, right, spiders can teleport. I told you they'd be a pain in the ass. And of course, they're spiders, so webbing. Blinded. Oh, that should help a little, I think. Okay, chill will be a for them. Yeah, sucks losing such a powerful unit, but like I said, they're a pain in the ass. Magic Fist it. There we are. Pest Control Squad is already paying off. I like it. Take reward. Shock Hatchet. Now that is a melee-only benefit, but I guess it's, I don't have the leader pick it up. I think it's better than the current one. Yeah, might as well do this instead. Hey, buddy, you meet Roland. State your business, be quick about it. I haven't got all day. I think he's one of the main characters in the Halfling campaign they added for one of the expansions. Snorking. And I'm definitely going to need to start building shrines, so let's do that. Add some shrines. Ah. So that's where it is, eh? Well, the good news is that means I don't have to worry about that upkeep anymore. You've received a proposal. Would you be interested in our offer? Sure, why not? I guess since we're both orcs of the same alignment, it's a bit easy for him to work with us. Annual combat time. Let's hope there's another human knight or something of equal value. Tier 3 units are usually the... They have an orc black knight, which does not fill me with confidence. Oh no, she has chain lightning now, so let's go with that. There we are, that unit is down now. Alright, let's see how these guys go. They might go after the shaman. Yeah. Sadly, you turned your back to Goblin Marauder, so you're gonna... yeah. There we are. Throw Curse. There we are. Alright, that devastates their morale pretty well. So I think we're in good shape. Ah. I forgot. Yeah, razor bows aren't very strong, so there we are. Shock Trooper. Oh, I can't afford it. Goblin Untouchable. Poison Spit. Bit out of my price range right now, but let them run. The hero is leveled up. Excellent. Okay, so I need to only spend 2 this turn. A bit more defense then. And then we'll save it for next time. We're now at peace. We're looking forward to our future together. Firm army move. Strong ancient ruin. I want to get that shock trooper because, as you can imagine, they're absurdly powerful. It's like skill to research. Oh, wonderful. Hasty Plunder. Enables the Hasty Plunder option. Quickly raise a city and gain loot as if it was plundered. Yeah, raising a city burns to the ground instantly without having to wait any turns. Plunder gives you money for it, but it also takes longer. Let's go with Great Blacksmith just to make our units cheaper. Oh no, generate merchandise. Ah, so that's where that enemy is. Yeah, we need to get rid of these spiders before they start causing a pain. I want to start expanding my empire with more cities of the two races I run right now, so... Goblin Marauder. Oh yeah, vampire spiders. They have vampirism, obviously. And it's dead. Right, there we are. Now let's hope that they don't... Yeah. There we are. And the leader's down, so the babies are... Oh, nice, that was a critical hit. And there we are. Useful. The leader is leveled up. Excellent. Wizard Hunter's wall climbing, rapid reload. Ooh, physical protection. That's going to be really good because of how common physical damage is, really. And I should probably get some more resistance just to be a bit more bulky. Dark Citadel. Tier 1, 2 units gain additional rank. Unlocks production of special racial units. The Shock Trooper, excellent. But first, public baths. We need to take baths. Sure, why not? Sorcerer. Show me your talents. Victory Rush. Loves fighting and winning. Fortunately, I don't think we need another sorcerer, so we're going to stick to what we have now. For now, let's see if we can... this from the, see if we can't find more locations. Oh, Frosting Ice Queen, it already changed. Unfortunately, I don't think those are worth the money. So, whatever. Dark Citadel. A warlord. Not at the moment, but... another lab to help our search here be nice. Racial governance up. Oh, excellent. Razor bows have health and deal more damage. Melee damage. Profits and losses, indeed. Arenas in Orc cities grant happiness and money. Guess that's more reason to start building as many arenas as I can get. Which I already have one in this city, too. What do I already have? Oh, the fierce. Expansionism. Outposts get additional population growth is doubled. I actually think I should get this one because I really do want to start building stuff soon. Hold on. Warlords are nice because not only are they good at combat themselves, but they can also basically boost everyone else. Field medic. They can absolutely load up the army with really strong stuff. Martial arts. Here. Okay, let me know when you're ready to talk. I think that should actually be fairly soon because my governance with the Tigrans has been going up. Tell me more about this quest to protect the true faith. Don't have that ability, unfortunately. We'll summon a spy drone. That way I can go through this area a lot more quickly. Temple to produce more mana if you... Oh, right, I can't even afford that. Oh, dear. Let's get a barracks going, then. Monster Hunter. Alright, yeah, I think we can handle these guys pretty easily. Strong is ironic. When it says enemy army strong, that's ironically the weakest army strength. So, enemies I'm not too worried about here. Oh, I don't have any mana to cast spells. Interesting. There. Intern. Most threatening is probably the Berserker, actually. As one might expect with that name, they give up all defense for raw attack, so that actually can compete with what orcs are capable of. Monster Hunter. I think technically that's supposed to be the strongest enemy unit here, but yeah. Bard. Yeah, Berserk. We have our own war cry to increase our Berserk abilities. Here we go. That's not guaranteed to kill. I don't think this Black Knight's gonna survive, unfortunately. Yeah. There we go. Well, more gained than lost there. I guess 2 attack is better than +1, although lightning damage is usually pretty good because not too many people have resistances to that. Tigran Mystics are an interesting support unit because, while they are the clerics of the Tigrans, they don't actually heal or anything. They just convert themselves into Dire Panthers so they can go from range unit to melee unit. Quite versatile, but it also means they lack support unless you use a Theocrat, since Theocrats make all devout units have healing no matter what. And all supports will become healing. Excellent. Yeah, people are getting randomly immolated. And there we are. Yeah, like I said, orcs are really good, and Black Knights especially. Upgrade hero. Sorcery 3. That's gonna be really good because now I can cast 2 Chain Lightnings. Frost weakness, fire protection, spear protection, blight protection. Might be good just to add some shock protection just so that she has resistance to everything. Grimshaw offers a tribute. I could use the money, so let's go with that. Unless people are at war with you, they won't attack your scouts, so take advantage. All the Forefathers. That is extremely dangerous because you can run into liches and reap more. No, you can find reapers in there. And reapers are even more horrifying. Annual combat time. And there we go. The self-initiate's been more useful than I thought he was going to be. Frankly, I thought he was going to die right away. Matter, we have what we need. Magic Academy. There's a dark citadel. Excellent. Orc engineers. Shock trooper. First, there's a Black Knight engineer and shock troopers should be good. I'm gonna be using these to go on to other continents. Warhol. Accept. Okay, good. We're peaceful. Open borders also means I can go through here without having to declare war, which is quite nice. If I can get a Frostling city, that'd also be quite nice. got this? Looks like. I'm hoping I do, anyway. Looks like he's taken over most of his continent. If you play a civilization where, like, Rome will cover an entire continent before you even reach there, I think that's what's happening. Roland won a battle. Sidearms. Pistols are added low out of cavalry units. Ooh, so now all units gain fire cavalry. I should also produce a musketeer because that's a good ranged unit. Actually, let's not fight that yet. Let's meet up with this cavalry here. Would you like to be interested in our offer? Peace treaty. Sounds good to me. We'll have to go to war eventually, unless I can gain an alliance with absolutely everyone in the game. Which, to be fair, can happen. It's just extremely, extremely unlikely. Here. Only 2? I might be able to do something, I guess. Trade talk. We need the experience, so manual combat it shall be. I don't have any MP. Human priest. Get rid of them. Here. Civic guard. Chilled. Alright, there we go. Alright, good. There we are. Alright, they can hit this one, so let's do this. Gotta protect the hero, so we'll do precisely that. Oh, wonderful. Boots of the Shocking Snake Slayer. Epic gear, shock protection, and +2 defense. I guess she needs that pretty badly. This down, and we'll make the Undead Slayer. Lady's Diadem of Grave Return. Probably see about clearing out this Magic Academy, just because that'd be rather nice. Change. Alright, now what do I need the War Hall? Masters Guild probably make production later easier, so we'll stick that. Alright. Oh, that's his army. I have to be careful. Handle hero join offer. Faye the Frigid. Sure, why not? I genuinely want to get this Theocrat to a high level, because if you can get level like, I think it was It's really high, though. It's well over 10. But you can eventually get a skill that basically guarantees that you, Siphon Light. Lesser, Inflict Despair. Exploit Despair. Ooh. What was I saying? Crap, what was I saying? Oh yeah, eventually Theocrats get an ability to make it so that anyone in their army will automatically revive after the fight is over, if you win, of course. So it's really nice. Oh, you meet Henna. Who's Henna? Hello, and I might just spare your life. Looks like we got a bunch of halflings here. Outposts of Swilligar. Oh dear. That's an undead titan. They are absurdly strong and have well over 100 HP. That looks like Goblin City. Negotiate. Accept. Ooh, okay, good. You can't see the city because it's too large. You just try in there and it'll ask you if you want to negotiate or not. Tell me more about this quest. Crimson Star. All units that are evil-lined. This army requires your orders. Alright, I'm gonna be clearing all this and then getting some more shock troopers here. The temple. Archer, her units, no. Guardhouse. Observatory. An army requires your orders. This will have these guys stay and protect the base for a bit. I really would like a Goblin City, that's for sure. Jurwalk, who's that? Be gone from here while you still have legs to carry you. Let's see here. These guys are a little tough because it's nothing but tier 2 priest units. But I think we can do it, so let's enter combat. It's mostly a straight shot, which is good. Click Despair. That's gonna be sucky. Here we go. 2 units down already. I'm feeling pretty good about this, aren't you? Guess I was a bit too cocky there. There we go, that's 1 more down. Well, that was easy. Well, we still lost someone, unfortunately. Suppress nature. Oh, excellent. And the more important thing is this now means we can build the Magic Academy here. All produce support units. Nice. Produce Golem. Dragon Oil. I think Produce Golem might be a bit better in this case. Firebomb, Lightning Rod, Banner. This gives her an AoE attack, which I think is going to be good because she can only go at melee. With bullets only work every other turn. Thrown into a city. Oh, I guess I don't need to go in that direction, do I? Let me know when you're ready to talk. Oh, wow. They got me. Receive a proposal. Alright. Finally, they're no longer hostile. That's good. No mercy. Definitely need to get our... Oh, no, yeah. Engineer. Alright. Critical hit. Alright, let's get these guys going. Yeah, shock troopers are crazy strong. Let's just sell for gold. Fine, let them run. Matters we got the money. Five mana. Crossmark and discuss alliance proposal. Alright, let's pay it. I'm good on money, so I think this will be worth my time. Oh, I found someone new. Oh, the Initiate upgraded into a Storm Sister. Forgot they have that ability. Storm Sisters are really good. 40 mana, if you please. I absolutely need the mana. You came at the perfect time. You meet Drugal. A Dwarven Dreadnought. Greetings, what do you acquire? Since we're both the Dreadnoughts, he might be friendly to me. But of course, that's vary on a lot of things. I think we can do this. Manual combat. Blunderbuss. These guys are kind of weak, so I think they're gonna die rather quickly, but they still inflicted some bleeding damage at least, and They really like going after the engineers, apparently. Here we go. That was pretty painful, but it was worth it because I managed to get the experience to level up. Crossling Queen, Long Ornaments, and Disease. My. Pirates. Crap. Upgrade your hero. Sacred Arms. All units gain holy damage. Faith. Upgrade your hero. Strength and some defense. Quest completed. Be the first to own. Oh yeah, there's some global quests like that. Slightly good. More about this quest. No thanks, I don't want to fight some banshees right now. Select skill, advanced seafaring. Boats and embarked units. Might as well keep them fully stocked. Fire Temple, Tigran Sphinx. Ooh. Fortunately, I don't have the mana for that. This one domain radius. That'd actually be quite. Additional domains. Let's confirm moving all these guys around. Alliance proposal. Very well, please become a vassal. The Wraith is going to be a pain in the ass to fight because Wraiths have physical immunity, so you have to use not elemental damage to kill it. I guess I could theoretically do it with team here, but I need to get more mana for everything. Yeah, that team needs ranged. Sheila's leveled up, okay, good. Like stun. That's gonna be a really good one, I can tell you that right now. Stun means they can't move until for the next turn. More Frostling towns. Yeah, I'm really lacking in right now. Has declared war on Drugal. Can't afford too much of this, unfortunately. I guess a Great Temple might not actually be a bad idea, just to keep things going. Inflict brain rot. Dedicate evil oh, he only has physical protection. Fire weakness, spirit weakness. This is gonna be a little dangerous, but very likely victory. Manual combat. I need to get rid of these guys just because it's gonna be a pain in my ass if I don't. Here we go. Independents are moving. That Wraith is the big thing I'm worried about. Leader not present, so it's double cost. Flashbang. Flashbang resisted yet again. Alright, come to me. Let's see what you got. The sooner I clear out this pirate's den, the better. Spirit weakness. Embarked units are significantly weaker than normal, which is not exactly the best thing here. There we go. As expected, we lost the engineer, but we got the ice pick. A bow plus strength. Strength razor projectiles. So let's go. Upgrade your hero. Stow Iron Heart. Range strength. Bye. Shaw's to grow into a town. They usually won't attack independents, so I think we're safe here for the moment, but... Skilled research, advanced logistics, reduces movement on roads to 2, and for walking flying. Flying units get +3 movement as well. Reduce cannon, who... Structural insight's probably going to be good for the general use there. Again, we need more income for mana, so let's go with that. Let's go with a Mystic here for this. Now we have 2 range, 3 range, 3 melee. Frostmere can discuss a join offer. Army requires orders. Rustling Ice Queen. Ritual of Blood and Ice. The Queen's sacrifice will spread cold to all these hexes. Situationally useful, I suppose. I definitely want to keep going around here for a movement here. Getting an idea where all these continents are. And honestly, after this, I'm gonna have to start seriously building a settler. Because there's a lot of really good locations here. Going over here might not be too bad. That low as well. Storehouse. Let the population grow. That's an ogre. That's going to be really painful, but he's look like that's the only threatening because the boars, while annoying, just have charge. That's all they have that's threatening. Flashback. And there we are. Excellent. More levels for us. Let's have her take it. Morale is very high now. Take a while to get there, but I think it's worth it. Upgrade your hero. Excellent. Sight. Or a strike. Natural healer. Add some true sight. Resistance. Well, that's their leader. I need to be very careful around him, I think. Oh wow, that's Bone Dragon. That's rather concerning, if we're completely honest. That means there's a lot of powerful stuff over there. Observatory. Need more range. Dwarf Monster Hunter. Yeah, this is gonna be easy, I think. So we'll do it this way. Chain lightning. Alright, here we go. Done some damage to them, so they have no choice but to engage us. Which is good. defenses are down. The Draconian Berserker. Fumbled, oh dear. That's a bad fumble. Become Dire Werepanther. And there we go. Excellent. Easy. Take reward. Chainmail leggings of heroes. Of course he placed a city there. I have the feeling we're gonna end up going to war very soon, and if that's the case... Diplomacy. I want open borders to make this easier. Ooh, goblins like me now. Goblin outposts villages for every wetland hex. They grow faster. Receive a proposal. Would you like to be interested in? Very well. Anna's ideal. He has accepted proposal, so he's opened our borders. Oh, excellent. Alright, and I'll need to hurry next time in order to get here. I need to clear all this stuff so that when I place the city, it'll all work out. Structural insight complete. Fertility rights. Population of empire grows faster. Sounds good to me. The stuff I'm learning is a mix of my... It's a mix of both my class and also the orbs I chose. I'm not going to clear that out. If he wants the free, I'll do it on his own. Racial governance up. This is for the Frostlings. Sent you a message. Do not expand our borders, you asshole. You know what? No, I'm not going to do that. I have the feeling he's going to declare war. And if that's the case, I don't care. I genuinely just don't care. Dreadnought's Foundry. Gonna produce more golems here. Should have unlocked golem with here. I don't. I don't have produced tank or cannon yet. Oh yeah, golem, here we are. It's just a machine, but it should be quite useful. Quite strong. Well, actually, I don't even need that, honestly. Guardhouse Observatory. The observatory, just because we need the research. Let them run. Does he? No, he doesn't have one nearby, so... I definitely have to keep my leader here, because as we can see, we can't trust that he's not going to invade. Of course, he's won the battle. I can outlaw, or at least still go here. But an Eagle Rider's a tier 3 unit, so I have to be careful. He doesn't have anything here, right? Rise of the Allfather. All units that are good alignment gain strong will, and all evil alignment. Modern Warfare Training. Machine and Archer units produced in the cities gain additional rank. He's not near the Frostling City, so I think we're safe here. He might attack, but if he does, I'm not going to allow him. Counts as an archer, right? Let's get the shooting grounds first. I got stone walls, right? We got those, so... Yeah, I need to get these going no matter what, so let's keep... Orc Shock Trooper. Couple priests. They should be able to defend the city just fine. Suppress nature. Goods and cities don't suffer from terrain penalties. The global spell should be pretty good, I think. Storehouse. Very likely victory. We'll go with this then. Alright, we're building up. We're building up. While the guard is up, you can't. The AoE that the Frost Queen is capable of is what's good for her. And since Frostlings are immune to cold, they're really good for that. Player's doubt. Fireworks. Guard breaker. Pony rider. Halfling jester. All that's left is the Eagle Rider, which has its guard broken. Yeah, luck is unfortunately on the side of the halflings. And there we are. Ah. Take that, you bunch of dicks. Sickle, take reward. Bloodthirsty. Exfoliating touch. Actually, let's have the other hero grab it. Oh, upgrade your hero. Excellent, she leveled up. Turn undead. Some more hit points and defense would probably be within my best interests. Leave those guys there. Low Rock Citadel. Machine units have stores. Floor of Styles. Storehouse is always first, of course. He is absolutely pissed, I imagine. He's probably going to declare war on us with this at this rate, but I'm not too worried. Mythical, that's one of the stronger ones, so I don't want to mess with that quite yet. Box of Cataclysms, but must choose a cataclysm that will befall the world next turn. Use Tiger Musketeer. Festival of Magic. Ooh, we got some more mana. Swift Migration. Migrate and Purge are now instantaneous. Let's go with Invention 2 first of all. Suppress Nature is ready to cast. I'll hold off on that real quick. Actually, rather than, I should probably move him over here. Yeah, I need to clear off this one real quick. Take reward. Anther. Excellent. Nourishing meal. Excellent. Take reward. The Goblin Big Beetle is actually pretty good. And as... it is exactly what it says on the tin. A goblin riding a very big beetle. Dreadnought's Foundry. We are. This is a global spell, so I don't need to worry about it too much. Reinforce it as with all my spell integrity. There we are. Invention 4. And I guess the Builder's Hall should be next. I need to get the AoE, the observatory's AoEs all of it out soon. In fact, it might even be worth building yet another. Yeah. Get that. Build ourselves another settler. Excellent. Got a storeroom, so let's go to Builder's Hall. Upgrade your leader. Excellent. Tree Crusher. That can be good for clearing out the way, but I don't think I need that too much. Might want Lightning Rod, though, just because, and some defense. Roddy has grown to a village. Get the defenses up here, then. Low Rock Citadel, Blood Pavilion. Racial governance level up. Observatories now produce money. Prowlers gain. Observatories are probably going to be really good because I should get as many of these observatories as I can. Researched. Excellent. Select a new research. Produce cannon. No, sidearms. We have a decent amount of mounted units, and giving them all guns would be appreciated, I think. Mana fuel cells. Here we are. Want to bring the miracle of mana fuel cells to as many groups as possible. Conjunction the House of Yaka. All fire damage is increased. All races are now neutral to volcanic and tropical. An item has arrived. Crap, I lost Frostschmear. Made a big mistake. Your empire's gonna fall. Fire Temple. Praise the leader. Mana Fuel Factory. Truck factories are run on mana fuel cells. Machine costs less to produce now. Produce cannon. I don't have anyone that can produce it quite yet, but I think we're on the way to it. Blast Furnace. Hero Residence to be the first to construct a Grand Palace. Unknown. Tell me more. That decline. Money, if you please. Excellent. And we know that area is going to be safe now, but I should probably just leave here real quick. Mercenary camp. Irregular units. Enchanted armory. And let's get a spy drone here. Should probably get a hospital going there too. Yeah, he's noping on out of there. Racial governance level up. Orc cities with siege workshops get 20% production. Orc Black Knights get May and the Guardbreaker ability. I really do like my mounted units, so let's go with that one this time. At the last one, Gendelavolas, peace be upon you. I'm sure we can reach beneficial agreements. Collect skill to research. Produce a tank. Flame tank. Invention 5. Yeah, he's hanging around near my island, and I don't like it. Industrial plant. Prime good. Unknown. There's only one person I haven't met yet, and apparently they reach pure good. City gains additional happiness. Yeah, well, fighting at a range is usually seen as dishonorable, so the musketeer might have to deal with that. I think the engineer might be able to get away with it simply by being, oh, well, I just support the machines. And the orcs might be all, well, if the enemy can't even handle our machines, how are they worthy of our melee combat? Clearly, they're just inferior. Node Serpent. I don't like that. No, I do not like it at all. Research breakthrough. Oh, nice. Skill to research. Alright, we'll go with Invention 4 just to get things going then. Army requires order. Well, let's see here. Let's go to diplomacy here. How's everyone looking? I don't like how this guy's expanding on my land, though. I might declare war on him simply because he's not worth the hassle, you know? This will make me a bit more evil, but then again, looks like we don't have too many here. Slightly good. The orcs are gonna like me no matter what. But the thing is, do I want to declare war now? No, they can't declare war and attack on the same turn. You absolutely have to wait. Indeed, they did think ahead to make sure you don't wait till everyone else has already made their turn, declare war, and then nuke. I mean, you can, but they are trying to resist you doing that. Yeah, those independents took the Frostling City, which is unfortunate for me. I can get it back soon, but I need to get as many orc cities going as I can. And the only question here is, do I really want to declare war on him right now? The orcs will recover, obviously, but... no contact. So basically he's been keeping to himself this whole time, which is respectful, but... expanded near the domain of Groshok. Alright, it's gonna take 3 turns for this army to get there, and I think it should be more than sufficient. Reduces Golem. Going to a town. Excellent. enchanted armory. That should be fine, I think, yeah. Ethical loot. I do need the population to grow. Orc City. He's been bringing the Tigrans from. Interesting. I could fight him, but he's the one who expanded my continent to begin with. But you know, I think this might be a good time to call it. I did start a bit late today. Divine Prophecy. Soon a theocrat here with powerful... Oh, crap. And that also means that the theocrat units will spawn around the map, making things that much harder for me. Well, I think I can alternate between this and some other games here, so I think this will be a nice change of pace, hopefully. Also, you definitely want engineers and stuff that can heal machines, because machines don't regenerate over time. They have to either be in a city where you have they have to either be in a city where you have a master's guild or something, or a siege workshop, I think. Here. Yeah, the master's guild will regenerate health machine units. Siege workshop will not, however. So yeah, you need a master's guild specifically to make it work. But I guess with that hero coming up, I should probably avoid too much here. And I forgot that was there. No wonder I got wrecked. Whoops. Slowly getting the map revealed. But we'll have to worry about the rest later. Shoot. Maybe I should have gotten the army there. Well, this is where I'm going to call the stream for now. Hopefully this was an interesting start, and I guess if I need to want to make things interesting, perhaps I should declare war, but only after this theocrat here has been dealt with. I'll worry about that later, though. Until next time, thank you for watching, hope you had a good time, and I'll see you later.